Tell him Moana, warrior. The ancestors watch over you. Tell him Moana. Another of ketones.
Yes. Come to me, that I'm gathering in this room. The dead. Yes.
At your service. Fight like. You there. Let me bend your ear for a. Let's see how quickly you can take us. Mind your.
Yes.
Good hunting, come. Over here, Exile. I know you'll kill me.
You want some? Excellent. You there.
No, real gamers do not play Roblox. Thanks for finally saying something, by the way. Hopefully my voice should sound a little better this time.
A civilized.
Should be less background noise as well.
Another dead. So you're in a. God bless you on this fine day. I'm in.
These daily missions are very easy. You have the power of good internet, it finally fix itself.
You're a well-blooded.
No, okay. Thought so. Don't. Just don't.
Hello. Fate awaits you.
This should be fine, no elemental reflect. I'm not used to enemies actually hurting, because I've been doing low tier stuff all day. Good strong box. I was doing low tier stuff because I have to do low tier stuff to progress more. Because at the moment I don't have much high tier stuff coming on. So I just need to unlock a few more maps and maybe not die so easily on these ones. Just got to prepare for some of the boss fights that are coming up too. In fact, at the moment I need to do a lot of low tier stuff just to create more boss fights on the Atlas. These guys actually hurt so much. I might be pushing a little bit too far ahead. I think I lost that abyss. I don't know what's hitting me so hard there. The enemy had a modifier on it that made the those hits much harder. Oh, I didn't lose it. That's good. I've got to focus a lot more on these maps than the other ones, unfortunately. Hey Shocks, how are you today? Haven't really spoken to anyone so far. I can already tell this is going to kill me like immediately. Oh, that'd be really nice if I used daggers. Whoa, why are there two of them? And why did they drain me so quick? Six slot items. No 6 links though. If I could get a 6-link evasion chest, that'd be really nice. Alternatively, if I got one of the really good evasion uniques, I could just spend a load of currency trying to 6-link that. I know that's what a lot of players do. Or I think if I get enough currency I could also just buy one. But that'd be really expensive. Why are you all so calm today? Usually you're saying stuff every 5 seconds. I haven't accidentally muted myself, so that's not a good explanation. Like this time I'll remember the portal. Hopefully I won't need it again, because I don't have many attempts left. I don't understand what modifier that has that is killing me instantly. None of you are... Okay, there you go. Right, let me check my resistances. Oh, my lightning resist is down. Is there anything I can enchant down? Temporary ring, maybe? Guess I'll swap that out just for this boss fight. Except that's actually done nothing. I'm confused. How has that not... Put it up by 3%. Oh, because that's already got lightning resist on it, okay. Guess I'll put that there and see what that does. Yep, this should work. If it doesn't, I've only got one more chance to make it work. It looks like every so often it does a heavy attack that I need to avoid. Maybe that was it. The lightning resistance definitely wouldn't have helped. That one right there. Because I think that out damages my lifesteal. Awesome, I actually went backwards in progress there, in terms of levels. Look what you put on Clink's Discord. You've put up a tweet. It's a Fallout 4 video. What is this? What am I watching? Game's a bit laggy there. I don't understand what happened. Follow me on the official Tesco website, I mean... Okay. Basically, the video was just showing that the explosive combat shotgun completely rips apart your processing power. Because that's pretty impressive. I hope these give me good things. Plus 20 quality raised zombie. That'd be really nice for a summoner build, I guess. And that's a map that I haven't done before, so I can go do that now.
I will see you again.
Now, do I vendor this just to get the Gemcutter's Prism? Or is that actually worth something? Because I don't know. I don't have any Varlorbs to do these maps, so that sucks.
Let me tell you. Fate awaits.
Now, where's this atoll map then? Is it that one? Yeah, how come that's not showing up? Oh, because that's not the name of it, is it? The name is Maelstrom of Chaos. I need to get a regular atoll map so that I can do the bonus for that. Because I think I tried to do it with the Zana map and forgot that wouldn't complete all the objectives. Okay, why? Am I gonna have to de-level that gem? That sucks.
Welcome.
Still can't use it. How much do I have? 138. Okay.
Hello.
That works.
I will see you.
Riley, what have you done in that Discord? I'm pretty sure you've got nothing to do with Tesco. Shop at Tesco every day and that makes you a part of them. Okay. Guess there's some logic there. Maybe, I don't know. What are the modifiers on this map? Because it doesn't seem to be that difficult. Oh, I get a random curse every time I get hit by a melee attack. That's kind of... Sort my voice out, it's like... It feels like I'm talking weird. Like something's caught in my throat. Anyways, is there any annoying background noise on this stream? Because I'm hoping I've sorted that out. I know it's still slightly picking up some of my keyboard presses. That's unfortunately because I have a very loud keyboard. Please, I need your help here. I need to sort out my sound. Usually I've got people telling me that everything's wrong with my voice, and now nobody's saying anything, so I don't know. Is that a good sign? Does that mean it's actually worse? Well, that's very nice, isn't it? Wow, that's a big chest. Don't say that every day. That's not bad. But I've had one before and I know it's worthless, so I'll just render it. Got a few of those, I think I can trade them up. Can't remember what they go to though. Wahoo! Got a depths. I did one of these earlier and got one of the new uniques they've added with the Abyss League. Probably the worst one you can get, but it's just a belt with 2 Abyss slots on it. And it also increases the effect of the gems you put in it, so it's actually really nice for like focusing the build a bit more. That I've seen many times before. What do you mean wall? Wall. Wall. I won't do too many crash impersonations. I know that this isn't one of the abysses with the bosses in it because they're usually a bit more limited. Hi Count, how are you? Everyone else is being a bit quiet. Except for Riley, he's crazy as normal. And then Clink hasn't shown up yet. I'm catching up on science stuff. And schoolwork, I'm assuming. Whoa. I don't think I've seen these ones before. Voidbringer. I'm not sure about those. They give a lot of extra energy shield. Renewable and non-renewable energy sources. Nice. Yeah, that is like one of the easier science stuff. I don't know what you call it. Topic. Subject. The wall meme is dead, why did I do it? because I love doing it. It's a fun sound to make. And it's easy. In my mind, the wall meme will never die. Did I get rid of my flask that... No, that does still remove bleeding, that's good. Some of these bleeding effects can deal a lot of damage. Especially if there's nothing around me to hit with lifesteal. To be hitting this fire. Oh, full dragon scale. Shame it's not a 6 link. Had to define what both meant and do a table of 9 different sources. How they are made, advantages and disadvantages, and if they were renewable or not. That sounds like what I was doing in like year 8. Like energy sources and stuff is one of the easier things you can do in science. It's when you start getting into like counteracting forces and basically anything to do with physics. Oh my god. I need that. I think. I don't know what it does. It just looks cool. Looks like I might need it. Year 10 supposedly hard work. What does that do? +2 level of movement gems, that's not going to do anything. Attack speed and damage with movement skills is nice. Increased movement speed. Increased attack and cast speed if you've used a movement skill recently. That is awesome. How much is that worth? Not that I'm going to sell it, because I think I need to use that. Because that sounds really cool. It's worth nothing, so I'm okay using this. Oh, full inventory. Oh well. Right, so can I can give it 5 sockets. However, I can't link them because I need 150 of those. I will do that, however. And I won't try and use that anymore. I have nowhere to put it. But I have an idea. I can sell this for super cheap. If I just undercut it by like 2 Chaos Orbs, someone will buy that immediately like last time. Wow. That's almost great. If it wasn't for the life regen. I'll just sell that straight away because I don't use chain belts. I think I'm going to hold on to those though. Right. What's that oof for? Did I do something wrong? Why does my voice sound so high in my head?
Welcome.
I just accidentally sold those cards instead of trading them in. Which meant I basically got nothing out of them. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. How much is a tabula rasa? They're selling for Val orbs. Sure, I'll do that. I need some Val orbs. Sell them for 8 Val. And someone will want those almost immediately, I think. Because that's quite cheap. Alternatively, it's also possible that no one will want them, which also works, but whatever. Why does nobody want it? Hang on. Let's see all 8 Val. I don't care which. I think I don't know the conversion rate. I should probably have checked that before throwing up a price. Okay, they're actually about the same. Is my chat just not working? I don't know what's going on. Also, people really do not want this. Shame. I guess I've kind of missed the window for selling off a tabula rasa. I think everyone's got one by now. I'll put that there. Got none of those I can upgrade. I think I can go trade in some of these jeweler's orbs for orbs of fusing. That seems about right. I actually wouldn't know. Alright, so what did it say? I think I need 150 of those. Yeah. So I'll just trade in all of my jeweler's orbs. And then I can go do some more maps. Hi Clink, you finally made it. How does my voice sound? Because no one else has answered me yet. Please don't crash to log in. I know that my voice is transmitting because I can see it getting picked up, but nobody seems to want to say anything about how it sounds. Oh. Can't tell the quality you're playing the streams loud through headphones. You are a genius. Of some sort.
For freedom.
Oh my god, James is here! How are you? It's the first time I've seen you in a stream. That's a surprise, like genuinely. You have the flu. That'd make sense why you're watching me then and not doing something else. You'll have to give me a second and I'll be in the game. I'm just trying to trade up currency. Thought I'd just jump in and say hi, see how good the stream is. Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
Remember.
I mean, I've got 5 viewers. That's like groundbreaking. I know every one of the viewers, so that's nice. I'm really not good at this. Don't have a Varlorb to do that map yet. These two I don't think I've done yet. I think I've done Ashen Wood. Yep, that about sums it up. Haven't done mineral pools, I think. Oh no, I have, never mind. But I need to do it to get that map, I think. And that's my last 3 alchemy orbs, so I can't do any more maps until I've finished these. We all gotta start somewhere, yeah, you're right. I mean, I've actually been doing pretty well. I've already got, I think, over 400 total views, and also I think I've gained 8 subscribers, which isn't a lot, but it's positive, in plus figures. Only thing is, I'm not making any money off this, which I don't mind because it's fun to talk to people while playing the game. In fact, there's a lot I can't do on YouTube at the moment because my channel is not even considered small yet. At the moment I'm equivalent of every 12-year-old that's decided to put up a cringe video. Got a mind cage. I think I've had these before as well. There we go, now I can do one of the red maps if I get an alchemy orb. And I can die on it over and over, just like before. Channel is about the size of your love life. That's very mean to yourself, so I guess I can't criticize you for it. But whatever. It's a good joke. I mean, to be fair, if you mean that your love life is about 18 people that don't do anything, that's not bad. This thing's taking minimal damage. It would be an 18th of a person. Oh, I couldn't understand that for a second because you typed that terribly. I mean, no wait, I got my maths wrong. I was about to say an 18th of a person is quite a lot. No, that's tiny. It looks like you've scared everyone off. I had 2 other people talking before you showed up and they've just gone silent. No surprise there. Well, I mean, it is a surprise because I wouldn't expect Riley to get, like, scared of anyone new. Because first time I talked to him on Discord, he was still absolutely crazy. Maybe he'll say something now that I've said that. Apparently not. Would have thought Shocks would still be going crazy as well. I mean, Flink's talked to you before, so that's the most surprising. Hey, by the way, everyone join my Discord, so... There's like 5 people in it, it'll be a good time. Yes, someone else please talk. He has it right there. Oh wow. That was rude. What happened to you, Clink? You used to be nice. What do you mean, wait? Just discovered that that's an oxymoron? Seriously guys, go crazy. She's changed ever since the apocalypse. She used to be kind. But seeing the flesh ripped off someone's face will do that to a person. Oh my god, it's an elder item. Why do I always get these on the ones that I can't use? I need to get some like elder claws that have the same effects as these ones, but just like 10 times the amount of damage. That'd be nice. I'm pretty sure this boss is like the same boss as 5 different other maps that I've done so far. Which is weird because a lot of the other maps I've done, they're all like completely unique. I could have avoided that, I'm gonna be honest. Bloodseeker claws? Is that a thing? Oh, you're making me have to look this up now. That's because the oh, that has a lot of lifesteal and movement speed. Gain life from leech instantly. That's actually pretty good. No, the claws I'm using right now are... Hang on. Game was unfocused. The Touch of Anguish. Mainly because the build said to use them, but also just because it adds a lot of cold damage. And also the fact that the skills chain, where I've got 2 of them, the projectiles from Frostblades will like spin between enemies like crazy. So that's really good for clearing out crowds. I might have to go on Path of Building though and see if Bloodseeker would give you, or give me, any extra DPS. Because especially the instant life leech looks really nice. But I'm not sure about much else. Anyway, it's nice to see you back in here. I wasn't sure you'd be watching again. Most people seem to watch once and then go on their way. Try using one of each. That could work, actually. I'm surprised because they don't look like they'd be that expensive, so I don't know why I haven't seen one drop yet. Yeah, because they're that cheap, there'd be no harm in trying it out, definitely. I am very curious though, that Count Ray is still here. Ooh. Wow. The Blood Reaper. Gives a lot of extra life and life regen. Wow. Streaming all week also, started doing hardcore and ripped twice to the Innocence boss in Act 6. Well, you did better than me because I started streaming hardcore and had to restart within about 10 minutes. I died in literally on the coast in Act 1. Literally, I don't think I've ever died that early before. And of course it's going to happen when you do hardcore, isn't it? But I did carry on and got up to level 10, and that character's still in reserves if I want to go back to it. Alright, I've definitely had one of those before and they were worth nothing. So yeah, I did have this drop earlier. I'm not sure who was here to see that. I'm just gonna 5-link that because that's got a lot of good stats on it. It'd do a lot of good for my DPS, I think. You have a guy who checks in on you to see your progression. That's... yeah, and... your dad. James. I'm not sure how I feel about that comment. Alright, I'm gonna need to get these rings like good on resistances so that I can... well, I mean, I should be able to drop this thing because this gives fire and lightning. Okay, see you, James. Have fun in League. Some random dude gives me shit about my builds. That's quite odd because so far I've only had like positivity about my build. People have said, oh yeah, that's quite a good setup. Because I mean, it is, I've said this before, it's someone else's build that I'm following. So I wouldn't like feel very offended anyway. I am also leveling my own build at the moment, which I could go across to and start leveling now. I wouldn't mind doing that. My own build definitely doesn't kill everything as quick, but it's still like incredibly fun to use, and I think I could do something with it if I kept going.
Hello.
It's item level 76, but I can't use it. So whatever. Yeah, you know what? I think I am going to switch over to my own build temporarily. Just do some leveling. Because I think I'm on Act 6 with that character, so it won't be like very easy stuff. And you know what you're talking about a lot, or so I assume. Because everyone else just in hardcore, so it's a lot less forgiving. Yeah, my hardcore character is the same build as this one, so I'm kind of testing it out in two different things. But I know that if I go into hardcore now, I'm not gonna get very far. You'll have to tell me some of the basics of your build, because I'm quite interested. I can show you like what I've got here. My main skill is lightning tendrils, because it's just awesome to look at when it's firing off. Obviously Herald of Thunder and Wrath, because they're good. Aura skills, lightning golem, again that's nice. And lightning warp, just because it's nice having a teleportation skill that you can just go anywhere. Unlike the whirling blades on that other build, because that just gets caught so many times on everything that it can get caught on. The main problem with this build so far has been my mana regen. If I didn't have some of the uniques going from you're going ranged totems with volley and shrapnel shot. The mic is pretty good. Awesome, Clink. Why did it take you like 20 minutes to say that? Yeah, anyway, lightning... No, I didn't read that anywhere. Why did I say that? Volley and shrapnel shot. That's I think I've seen quite a few builds use like similar main skills to that. That's probably just because they're pretty good. For my own build though, it's about the same as my old one. Without static and can't hear the mouse clicking as loud. That's good then. It's definitely an upgrade. As I was saying, I haven't seen a build use like the SCION. Or at least a lot of the SCION builds I've seen have been like melee builds. So I wanted to try and see if I could make a spellcaster with the SCION, and that's basically why I started this. Let's see where it could go. Technically playing the stream through speakers. Okay. So you could, not because you couldn't say anything, but because you couldn't hear it as well. Right. I should probably change the stream title. Hang on. Yeah, because the SCION is definitely a harder one to build for, because you can't specialise as quickly. But I'm hoping that once I do the third labyrinth with this character, if it can even get that far, then I'll use the tree jump, because at the moment I've kind of got it going. I can show you. Going down here for some health, that for some armour, and then it goes up through the witch and down into the shadow and get some of the nice things over there. I'll also go up there a bit, and then once I've done the third labyrinth, I'm hoping to jump over to here to the Templar tree. No, it's down here actually for the armour and energy shield. Extra health, extra elemental damage, and just pick up a few passives that are quite nice over on that side. Hopefully that'll make it so that it can perform pretty decent in the end game. Shox and Riley, what are you two doing? Just hi, bye, hi, bye. It's like, what's hi, bye? Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna change the stream name because I'm not pushing red maps anymore. Not that anyone really pays attention to the stream name, I think. But it's worth doing. It looks like it has potential. Awesome. Because I planned all of this out in half a building before, just because that was pretty useful with like telling me how much potential DPS it could do, even without equipment added on. It looked like this could reach quite high DPS. And having that huge health pool at the beginning and then going into getting health and energy shield. Hopefully, because you can see I've got almost 3,000 life and energy shield total. So it's quite difficult for anything to get through that, and I'm only level 51 on Act 6. Only thing is, armour is probably slightly lower than if I was just going for a pure armour build. But the huge health pool should offset that slightly. Flink, I have a question. How's the art coming along? Or have you not worked on it since we spoke earlier? As long as you don't get hit by a nasty crit, yeah. That'll be the big thing, I think. The environment stuff? No, we weren't talking about that earlier, were we? No, we were talking about that, like, quite... I don't know. I didn't mean the environment stuff, that's what's important. And Shocks, people are talking, it's just a lot slower than what it usually is with just you and Riley going at each other. Haven't had a chance to do anything. That's cool. I don't need it like immediately anyway. It's just nice seeing the progress on it. By the way, Midnight, have you seen the on the forums they've posted a competition for Path of Exile? Slacker. Yeah, they posted a competition just basically to create any content with like a Path of Exile theme. Just in case you didn't know and you haven't seen it, because I've actually started doing like a fan art piece to enter into it, because at least the top 3 rewards are really nice. You get like a shirt, a keychain. I think they also said you can design a rogue exile to be put in the game, and get like an armor set in game as well. It's pretty nice if you can do anything for it. Need to turn off these chats. Riley's playing Pokemon. Are you still like, what was it, shiny hunting or legendary hunting? I can't remember what you were doing. Sure, my stick figures won't win. Well, I mean, you'd be surprised, some of the submissions have been a bit, like, let's go with the word hilarious, because I'm almost certain they were done as a joke. I think there was one guy who literally went into his hideout and spelled out the words, "I have no talent." That was pretty funny. I should have gone into my stash before doing this, because I got another rock gut earlier that I said I was going to put on this. "72% of the Pokédex, that's like much more than I've ever done. That's got immunity to freezing, that's got immunity to curses. I think I'll stick with the freezing.
What?
How do you chat? What? Wait, Clint, does that mean that you've like completed every Pokédex in every game up until now and transferred it across? Because if so, that's awesome. That's like actually really impressive. I still didn't change the title, did I? Whoops. As I said, no one's going to pay attention to the title, are they? They're just going to see Path of Exile and go, "Hey, this guy's English, let's watch." Got depths on this character. I think this is the first one this one's had. Maybe, I could be wrong on that. Haven't completed the Pokédex of all games. Spent a whole summer getting a what's a living dex? I don't know anything about Pokemon. Shocks, that's good for you, buddy. No, I don't have a Pokédex, that's the problem. Sorry, carry on, that was a bad joke. What is with some of these enemies just spending like 10 seconds invisible? A copy of every single Pokemon up to Pokemon Sun and Moon. Right. So a living dex, yeah, what about it? Yeah, carry on explaining, that's what it meant. I'm just trying to keep talking about stuff. Because the game's not too interesting at the moment, I'm just going through an abyss. I don't have my lightning bolt now. That's what a living dex is. Okay, that wasn't very clear. It sounded like you were going to go, so a living dex is... and then carry on with an explanation. Have any cast when channeling set up? I do not. I don't think I even planned that into this build, but it could work. Like, what sort of skills would go good into a cast when channeling? Because at the moment, oh, wrong one, I've only got a 4 link on here. Because I think I've tried it before doing a cast while channeling and just having like another offensive skill fire off. But I don't think that didn't work very well. From what I remember, I was better off just putting more supports on it and getting more DPS that way. Click, you have a Kavana. What does that mean? I'm kidding, I know it's a Pokemon. I'm guessing you would trade it to Lazy, right? No, Riley. Why did I call him Lazy? Let me look at other lightning skills. Alright. Yeah, because I wasn't sure about a cast when channeling, because I thought it would just be better to have this skill just fire off as much DPS as it could. I mean, the good news is this is killing a Stygian Spire much quicker than my first build I tried out. However, that's a problem. My decoy totem did not do anything there. God damn it, this is sometimes so awkward to go between areas as well. I'm not going to be able to do this. Dying pretty much messed up that whole attempt. Clink, that's exactly how I feel about this game. I know so much about it, and yet I'm only just scratching the surface. Oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Oh my god, I did it! With 1 second left. I think that proves that this build can work up to this point. Seeing as I wasted like 30 seconds trying to get back in there. Shocks, no one's ignoring you, you're just not saying things that are easy to reply to, let's put it that way. I think he's waiting for me to make a joke about shiny hunting. Say it again, say what again? I'm saying at least 5 things a minute here. You can't just say it again and expect me to know what you mean. I've seen a couple builds with ball lightning. I'm gonna have to look at what that skill is. I feel like I know what it is, but I can't remember like exactly what it does. Oh, so it's kind of like an Orb of Storms, but it moves. That's interesting. That would definitely like give me more range on this build.
Not you! For my life and my work, I shall not suffer this humiliation again!
Yeah, I mean, if I can get a 5 link on this character, I'll look into doing that. Oh, these guys are doing nothing. This is amazing. I might be speaking too soon though.
Let me beautify you!
It's actually really nice playing a build where I can just soak up damage and not worry about it. Having this much life regen at this point though really helps with just face tanking stuff. The Dratini, they're like one of the best Pokemon.
Remember, humanity needs us.
I've probably triggered a lot of people saying that, haven't I? Right, so when can I get Castwell Channeling? Like, could I just buy it straight away now? I feel like I could. I think at this point I can get any skill, can't I? Anyway, let me actually change this name now. I can buy it from Lily, okay. Change thumbnail. Cool, that should be set up then. Go talk to this dude for the reward.
Good work, With the road to the free.
Is this gonna have good mods on it? I'm not sure if that's worth it. I feel like this unique does a bit more for me at the moment. Especially just in terms of DPS.
Farewell.
Bit of frame rate drop there. Right, so for what I've got here, I should probably take out faster casting and controlled destruction. Would that be the best way to put up a... Wait, what am I doing? She's not over here anymore. I don't know, I think I'd have to see what gives me more DPS on this skill. Pass while channeling. And ball lightning. And I'll just have to spend a bit trying to get... Right, so what's going to give me most DPS just for swapping out this one? It's not faster casting. It's actually going to be controlled destruction. Okay. Let's see how this works. If this game was crossplay, I would play it. What do you mean, Path of Exile? Crossplay, I feel like the only reason they haven't got crossplay is just because of how different the game works on console. Like they have to rebalance a lot of skills. Right, this actually feels really nice with cast while channeling. Those lightning balls do a lot of damage. I like this. That was a good suggestion to put cast while channeling on here. Yeah, PvP is like dead in this game. I think it's mainly just because of how they have to balance certain skills. Because some are definitely like easier to use with controller and others are easier to use with keyboard and mouse. It could also just be a problem with them having servers not set up. Shocks, I'm guessing you don't have a PC that can handle it. Because I mean, it's not a very intensive game most of the time. If you get a load of projectiles going off, it can lag slightly. That's a shame then. Because unfortunately I don't have an Xbox to play it on. I suppose another thing would be the race leagues, because I'm sure you could do stuff a lot quicker on PC than on console, mainly just to do with like inventory management and stuff. Definitely still have to stand like right on top of enemies to kill them fastest. But it is nice having those lightning balls shoot back. Made changes to stuff that you can play this on a laptop also. Really? As in like graphical changes. It's just boring on your own. Yeah, it's... I understand that games are often a lot more fun when you playing with other people. That's not the case for me right now. I'm still loving every bit of this. Like, I know that leveling is definitely like the most boring part of this game, and once you get to the end game, that's kind of where it all takes off. But yeah, I don't know, I guess different people just enjoy things differently. It's always how it's going to work. I'm out of Quicksilver charges. I need these boots with their increased movement speed. Because I do move really slow at the moment. Leveling PoE with some gives more, so also. Guessing you mean gives more XP. Because I know that it definitely aren't like enemies slightly more difficult if you're playing with in a party.
What are you doing? God drag you to damnation if you're gonna stand by and let this happen to me, to us! Because believe me, the bride...
Thing is, I think it balances quite nicely when you're playing in a party that enemies are tougher, but obviously you've got twice the firepower to deal with if you're playing with one other person. Doing very little damage to him right now, but he's doing a lot to me. Again, this is already better than my first build, because that guy killed me almost immediately and it took me like half an hour just to do that stage. I need to make use of my decoy totem. I keep forgetting I have that. My phone is having connection issues. Well, actually, yeah, that's fine. I remember you saying you watched this from work before. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in another stream then. Is Clink still there? Watch it at work. Yeah, good idea. I think usually he does. I think that's why he's saying his phone is having connection issues, so he can't keep watching. Okay, good. Clink is still here. Hooray. I don't know why I keep thinking you've disappeared. That's not something you would do.
The old goat's turned up his...
Awesome. This means I can get... Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. I can start moving down into here. I think it was it that one? Yeah, it would have had to have been that one I was going for. But extra lightning damage is always nice.
Welcome. Stay sharp out there.
I think now I just go to the next area, don't I? Yeah. Past Act 6 is where I start getting a bit confused about what I need to do next. Yeah, everything is just keep moving forward at the moment. I really like the way they did the second part of this game, having to go back through all the areas, but like everything's completely different. It's really well done. 200 plus hours and I've still yet to see Act 6. Is that just... I don't know, do you keep trying new characters or can you just never make it past Katava? Because Katava is a tough fight both times you have to do it. The amount of one-shot moves that Katava pulls off is... It feels slightly unfair at times, but also it does make the fight more interesting, so I get why they did it. It's just really annoying if your connection is starting to have trouble and you can't. Hardcore player, when the character dies they get deleted. Okay. I still haven't like got fully invested into a hardcore character. I prefer just having the guaranteed progression even if I keep dying. Except obviously on my Frostblades character at the moment, every time I die I basically lose every bit of experience I've collected. This guy's taken no damage. It says he's vulnerable to lightning. I love this decoy totem, it's perfect. Just to have the maximum amount of tankiness. They almost had me there. Does this flask have instant healing on low life? Because that would explain what just happened there. Yeah, instant recovery on low life. That's always really useful. Always get screwed over by the boss in Act 5 that shoots out the golden beam of death in the cathedral. I'm pretty sure that is Katava, isn't it? The guy with like the X coming out of his face. Giant statue dude. I might be completely wrong and just misremember. Oh no, you're talking about Innocence. That is also quite a tough fight, actually. I think Innocence was actually the first death I had on this character. Which was really disappointing. Yeah, it's really tough, especially when he goes invulnerable in the middle of the arena and just starts summoning a load of enemies. Like, if you don't have enough crowd control, that'll kill you almost immediately. Then again, if you can't deal with those summons on the Innocence fight, you've got almost no chance in the Katava fight because his summons are much worse. The good news is, I think once you've beaten Innocence, you don't have to fight him again. Whereas Katava, you have to fight a second time. That makes it even worse, in my opinion. Yeah, I got confused because you have to get the Sign of Purity to fight Katava the first time, I think. And to start that fight, it shoots like a golden beam into the statue. Wow, an Innocence right... No, not Innocence. Got it in my head now. Essence. I do that way too often. I think of one word and say another. I'm really liking this cast while channeling. Like, this has got a much higher damage output than what I was planning. At least that's what it feels like right now. That sounds like, yep. I was gonna say, that sounds like a ghost somewhere. Well, I think I've had like 5 of these bows. That's nice. So far I've only had like 1 high value unique item, and that was a Hound's Heart. I basically sold it off as soon as I could just so I could buy the uniques for my other build. Seems like those guys that go invisible don't get taunted while they're invisible. I have to wait for them to reappear again. Which means they always get a hit on me. I don't know if I'm imagining that or not. This fight I remember being pretty easy. It's not until right at the end that the boss actually starts doing anything. And even then it's still mostly just summoning stuff. I think this damage is bypassing most of my energy shield as well, which basically means I'm missing like 1,000 health. Yeah, I think this is doing chaos damage, and chaos damage always bypasses energy shield unless you have a modifier for it. This was a lot easier with lifesteal as well, because I could just take the poison damage and out heal it by doing damage to the boss. Oh no, bad time for lag. Oh. You almost had me. This build has potential though. I like it.
As Mary believed.
That's the one I want. I always like having the life flasks recharge on their own. I don't think there's anything else in this area, is there? This has definitely got to be freezing sometimes when I go back to the town areas, because there's no way it would take this long to load with the specs I've got. Like, that definitely seems like it froze for a long time there.
Another damn god.
That's another passive point. I think, don't most of the side quests just give passive points at this point in the game anyway? I'll just trade in a load of those for some Scroll of Wisdom. It's a lot of Scrolls of Wisdom. It's nice to have them in reserve though. Yeah, I've had too many of those. I just render them now. Nope, no upgrades. I need to socket that. Which I think I'll grab this. Maybe grab all of these life and energy nodes and then go up and get that dual slot. Because my plan is to go up that way anyway for the extra lightning damage. Ball lightning skill, I wish I'd known it existed earlier, because I've just been going with the lightning general so far. Adding the ball lightning on top of that is so much more damage. Right, I can get that, which is a lot of stuff for one passive point. In fact, that's... I can immediately feel how much more damage that gave me.
Over here, Exile.
Really, Tora? You couldn't find that yourself? It's literally right across the river. Oh shit, bleeding. Oh, thank God for instant recovery. Right, I think now it's another point to progress, isn't it? Just get closer to the Brine King. I can't say Brine without it, like, slightly sounding like Brian. I think that's the Game Grump's fault. All the stuff they do with Ninja Brian in their office. It just feels more natural to say it that way now. Wait, why was I looking for a way around? I've got that. That's the whole reason I picked that skill over everything else. I could have just as easily used shield charge. Clinky, you still there? I just realised something amazing. Clink, you're still here. Good. I've just realised I've been talking about the game with no one in chat. I did it. That's like one of the few things you told me to do. So what is that Disco Ball of Lightning Fury skill? Basically, I've got, I'll show you right now. I've got Lightning Tendrils as a channeling skill, which is what I've been using up until this point. And then on top of that, cast while channeling, which then, while I'm casting Lightning Tendrils, will also cast Ball Lightning. So I'm basically casting 2 skills at the same time as my main skill. And once I get a 5-link, I can get another support skill on that. I could technically switch to a Tabula Rasa right now and put on an extra 2 skills or supports. Yeah, don't worry about having to step away from work. That comes first, obviously. Like, don't lose out on a job just because you want to talk to a streamer. Not even a very good streamer at that. It's all relative. Government employee takes a lot to get fired. Fair enough. Sounds about right. This is still just going straight forward. I think the only problem with switching to a Tabula Rasa right now, this is giving me plus 70% cold resistance. And I only have 115% total, so that will drop quite a lot switching to that. Any chance you play on console? Unfortunately not, I play on PC. The only console I have at my desk is a Switch. All the other consoles in my house don't belong to me, so I can't really use those in the evenings. Riley's still here too. Just playing Pokemon, I thought so. I know you only said it like half an hour ago and I already can't remember what you're doing in that game, so at this point I should probably just give up trying to remember. If this game ported to the Switch, I know I've said that before, I would play the hell out of this on the Switch. Yes, Clink? Why are you just saying my name? He's completing his Pokédex. As I said though, in half an hour I'm just gonna forget that. For his shiny charm. Right, okay. I'll try and remember. Thanks, Riley. As I was saying, if this game ported to the Switch, and like you could play it wherever without needing internet, that would be amazing. Like it'd be the only game I play on the Switch when I'm going anywhere. Because I mean, obviously, I'd still play it on PC first when I'm at home, because I love PC. And this is what I've got stuff on already. However, if they had it on Switch and then added crossplay, that would be like the best thing to happen to this game, I think. Looking how to catch Pokemon. Well, you throw a Pokeball at it. I'm sure you didn't need me to tell you that. It'd be like starting a new league. Yeah, it would. It would bring in... I think it'd bring in a lot more players than starting a new league as well. Just for adding that, like, new audience. Especially because I always forget that this game's free. It would, like, I don't think they'd port it to Switch and not have it free as well. So that would encourage a lot of people to download it, just because of that. If they ported it across and charged full price, I feel like that would be a big mistake. A lot of people that buy it on Switch and then... Yeah, if people bought it on Switch and then found out it was free on PC, they'd probably feel cheated. But I mean, like, this is... I don't even say to people, like, this is one of the best free-to-play games I've ever had. I usually just say it's one of the best games I've played. I don't mention it's free to play until I tell people to try it themselves. Support the game with at least $60, yeah, I understand that. You can see right here I've got at least the Abyss support pack. And I've also got a load of premium stash tabs and like the currency one. I've got the Essence and card one as well. And I still want to get like a premium quad stash. Yeah, Clink would actually be able to play this game because her PC can't run it. Yeah, I wanted to save up some extra money and put it into this game again just because I want to get the map stash tab and a couple of premium squad. That's not a hard word to pronounce. Quad stash tabs, and use them as unique storage. Because you can see I've already almost got like 4 stash tabs full up of uniques, and 1 stash tab full of maps. So I kind of need more space.
The Brand King. His time has almost come. Then hope will be...
I'm almost done with Act 6, aren't I? Are you on Twitch too, or all in on YouTube? The thing is, I tried streaming on Twitch. Why do I keep doing this? I tried streaming on Twitch a while ago, and never really got anywhere with that. I'd literally get like 2 viewers. Yes, I did say Switch, Riley. But yeah, I was getting like 2 viewers if I was lucky, because Twitch is a much bigger platform. They've got bigger streamers on there, so it's a lot harder to get noticed. And I basically just thought, you know what, I could try streaming on YouTube, and started doing that recently, and it's already gotten me a lot more than I have on Twitch, so I've kind of stuck with that at the moment. So I don't know if there's a way to stream to multiple platforms, if that's even a thing that would work for me. Like if I get to a point where YouTube caps out and I think I could actually just get more viewers on Twitch at the moment, then I'd probably consider going across, but for now YouTube has just been a lot better for me, so I've stuck with it. I mean, especially trying to break through on Twitch, playing a game like Path of Exile. It could take like years for me to even get noticed by 2 people. Whereas on YouTube right now, I've been going less than a week and I've already gained like 8 subscribers. So I've got good progress going on. Saw the channel on my recommended links. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even like YouTube is recommending me. That's a first. Like because I can see it all, like where people watch my stream from, so most people are obviously direct from Discord because I've got a few people I know in here. For live play after I binge watch several PoE videos on builds. Fair enough. I guess live streaming does have its advantages in that it says, hey, you can go watch this guy and he's playing the game right now. Yeah, as I was saying, most people come from the Discord that I'm in, and like real life friends. But I can see most people that come in that aren't from Discord are either from browsing for Path of Exile videos, or like just getting my streams recommended in another video. Hey Shocks, nice to see you again. See, I knew someone had left. Everyone else saying, yeah, I'm still here. And Shocks just right in, hi, I left. Yeah, that's also another upside to YouTube, is that my streams will get suggested on other videos, whereas on Twitch it's not going to suggest a stream to someone that's already watching a stream, because obviously they've already got a stream to watch. So yeah, there are just a few advantages for someone that's not big on Twitch. Yeah, let's get that. I'll get that other gem slot. Not gems, skill things. Oh, who cares? Everyone knows what I'm talking about. It's not like anyone's gonna come in here and go, actually, when he was 2 hours into the stream he said gem and he meant jewel. It's like, yeah, okay, so. I'm definitely not going to worry about getting the wrong terminology in a game this complicated. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon is £30. That's like cheaper than most PC games at the moment. Because most of those are coming out at £50, and that's just a rip-off. Anyway, it's nice to know that I have people here that enjoy watching me play a game. Is there a way to make donations on here? Unfortunately, I think I have to reach a certain amount of subscribers for like the YouTube equivalent of Twitch subs to be unlocked. If I wanted to set up anything, no, I have to reach a certain amount of subscribers, and I think that's like 1,000. If I wanted to take in donations, which I've not even thought about until you've just suggested it now, I'd have to like set up a separate link and do it all manually. And I wouldn't even know where to begin with that. Normal Sun and Moon just £24. Now all I need is a console to play it on. Because the only Pokemon game I can play. Do it if I'm allowed to. I mean, I might, now that you've suggested it. It's just, I was doing it for streaming this game for fun. Just to see if I could get recognised for it. I didn't think I'd be making money off it. Ultra Sun and Moon is the last Pokemon game in 3DS. Yeah, the only Pokemon game I can play is Pokemon Black, I think I've got. Because I don't have a 3DS, I'm a peasant and only have a DSi. Next Pokemon game is on the Switch then, I think so. It'd be more like, here is $10, $20, get yourself some more tabs kind of thing. I mean, that'd be great if I could figure out how to do that. And I don't think there'd be a problem with it, I'm not entirely sure. because I'm not up to date on all of YouTube's like terms and what you can and can't do. I just know there's a Twitch streamer I watch, and before he got like Twitch subs and everything that he could take in stuff, he actually set up his own website and people could sub through that instead. So he basically had Twitch subs without having it go through Twitch. Don't want you to get banned. Yeah, that wouldn't be good, would it? Here's $10, $20, get yourself some stash tabs, but you can't stream the game anymore. I feel like Clink would be the one to ask about that though. She knows the most about YouTube, or at least the most about it of people that I know. Clink, what do you say? If I were to set up an external way of taking in donations, would YouTube have a problem with that? Or would they even know that that's going on? It's probably a better question. Where's the exit here? YouTube wouldn't care. Fair enough. I have to look into that then. Streamlabs is good. What? I don't know what Streamlabs is. Oh, I'm supposed to go up there, aren't I? This is the lighthouse area. Clink, make a donation fund. Oh, this feels bad because I've killed all the enemies in this area and I've got no Quicksilver flasks left. Yeah, Clink needs to be 18. I am 18, so I already have like a PayPal account that I could. Can PayPal do donations? Then fake your age by a year. That's what most people would do. But I think she says it in her bio on YouTube that she's 17, and on Twitter, and on just about everything else that she uses. That's a good point. I forgot the birthday's in 18, not 18 months, 3 months. I read that the wrong way around. I'm getting really bad at this point. I don't know why I keep reading things in the wrong order. I must just be... I don't know, I guess focusing on multiple things will do that to you. Yeah, Clink, say you're 74 years old. That won't be suspicious. Shock's 14 in 6 months. And then that means 2 years and... Riley 6 and 5 months. I don't think you are. Yep, having people say their ages when they're this young will do that to you. There are some people I know at college where they're like, oh, I'm 21, I feel so old, and it's like, you can't say that. Like, it feels a bit weird to say I'm 21, I'm so old, when that's like only 2 years above most other people on the college course. 30 plus is when you can say it. I would agree with that. I'd say, like, you can feel old whenever you want to, but to say you're actually old is a different thing entirely. When your body starts breaking down, yep. Technically, doesn't that start to happen at like 26? That's what I've heard before. Or like, that's not when your body starts breaking down, but that's when your cells stop like regenerating themselves, I think is what I read somewhere. Pay your taxes on your house, yep. I mean, I'd say if you're 30 plus and you still don't like live in your own place, it's probably still a bit weird to say I'm old. Oh yeah. What level is... That's not what I wanted. The next labyrinth is level 55, so I can do that soon. And get a Templar Ascendancy. That's one of the things I love about the SCION. Is that you can get other Ascendancies and combine 2 of them. but they're just slightly less powerful than the actual ones. However, it kind of makes up for that in the fact that you've got two, and also you have the what is it, tree jumping. You can go to a different bit on the tree, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the Templar tree and get all of these armor and energy shield nodes. Shocks, who are you saying shush boy to? Oh, Riley, saying I'm 70, I live in my mum's basement playing Pokemon. We all know you're not 70, Riley. You're like the youngest one here. Everyone on the Discord knows that you're one of the youngest people there. Lies. You're the one that's lying. I'm gonna sing it. What area is this? This is still in Act 6, and I think this is like Brine King's Reef. Yeah, this is literally the last area of Act 6. So I'll do the Act 6 boss. Wow, boss. That's the word. And then I'll be into Act 7, and I'll be in the forests again. And I'll get to fight even more gods and get their souls. I remember the Brine King when I fought him the first time. Must have killed me about 50 times. I lost all of my experience going to the next level. And I just kind of felt like, why am I bothering? Why don't I just start a new character and see if I can do it better? But for some reason I took that character right up until the end game. That was a weird voice break. Right up until the end game. And then was like, okay, maybe I do need to start a new character. I think this was the last league. First time I'm seeing this next boss. It's a pretty good boss. I won't say anything more about it so that you can see it for the first time. But I mean, you've probably seen, as I've been going through the areas, I've had Nessa appearing. She's a mermaid, because she's been taken away from the Act 1 town. She's like a pretty big part of the boss fight.
God bless you on this fine.
Oh, I like these ones because I kill them really quick. Unlike the other ones that take like 5 minutes to defend, because it doesn't spawn enough enemies. Oh, I missed one. That's weirdly far away for these types of missions. Hitting the wrong Quicksilver flask is always good. If you stop talking, you're either playing Pokemon or died from old age. I guess I'll know which one it is then, Riley. Because we all know you're about 12. And watch Hero come saying I'm lying again. And where's the exit to this place? I've usually found it by now. Defo the second one. I don't think so. I'd be very surprised if someone that young died of old age. Clint, get in here and back me up, because Riley's not taking it. He keeps trying to convince me he's 70. Need to sort out your drawer, it's full of wires. Everyone has a wire drawer somewhere in their house, don't they? Riley, you're not 71.
So courageous. Such
Some
a
people have
fine
illnesses that
example of
only give them
woman.
10 years to live. Yeah, I
simply
know.
knew you wouldn't disappoint
But
me.
I don't think Riley's one of them.
You see, His Majesty
His
could
birthday
never
was 4
appreciate
minutes
his wedding
ago.
day by one bride alone.
Oh my god.
Thank you, my new sister. I shall always.
But we've not even hit midnight yet. So I remember exactly how this boss works, which is fortunate. Basically, the way this boss works is while he's got this water shield, he takes no damage. Also, my sound's just disappeared. I hope it's still coming through on the stream. I could fix it by doing that if it wasn't. There we go. Riley is not 71. Why are you against us? Okay, good. Yeah, it's just that's the problem with my speakers. Sometimes they'll stop transmitting sound. It's not a system thing, so it should still be picked up by OBS. And this is the bit of the boss fight that usually kills me a lot. Because you have very little space to move, and he does that stupid lightning. Cool. I haven't seen him use a shield this much either. Usually that shield is down for at least like 10 seconds to get some damage in. I'm almost certain you can't damage them at this point either. 71-year-old would definitely close the stream tab if there was a kissing in a game, right? She's got you there, Riley. Imagine that, a 71-year-old just like, ooh, there's kissing in the game, I can't watch this. Awesome, got my first major god. And it stops me from being stunned, so it's basically useless at the moment.
How did you? Hold on to your cockles, me hearty.
Oh shocks, if you want that, there's a lot of games I could play for you. Witcher 3 for example. I've probably still got loads of saves around that point in the game. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not sure how YouTube would feel about that. Yeah, it is a pretty cool boss fight. It's really hard if you've got the wrong build, but so's the rest of the game. As long as you just avoid like those lightning pillars, you should be fine.
Remember, humanity needs us.
Wait, who disliked? Do you guys realise I've had like 3 dislikes on every stream I've done just because of you?
Go with courage.
Shocks. I don't think it's even possible to stream to Pornhub, so let's just move on from that statement. I've had this unique before as well. Why do I keep getting duplicates? Right, 3 more levels until I can have that. I don't know if you know that Lazy actually did close a tab a lot when I played Beyond Two Souls. I think you said that to me before. I found it pretty funny. Why did you close the tab? Why not just move to a different tab and mute it? Plus 40% increased damage. Wow. I think I'm going to equip that instead of that Quicksilver Flask. Pay Riley 1 P to record himself watching Boku no Pico. No, we don't go there. Never go there. Yeah, Shocks, I know not to watch it. I've heard the stories.
Greetings.
I know what it's about. And it is wrong.
Go with courage.
Right, so if I take this off, what does it do to my defenses? Wow. My cold resistance just drops. Yeah, Shocks, we didn't need you to say it. I think we all knew. Right, I think I'll equip this one just because it gives me Purity of Fire. Yes, exactly, Riley. Even if you didn't know, you didn't need to know. Good God. Alright, which of these do I want? I think I want Added Lightning, because that'll definitely link to both of them. Faster Casting will link to both of them, but I don't think will do much. What's going to give the most damage here? Like, obviously that's going to be good for Lightning Tendrils only, because that's an AoE spell. That puts up the DPS about 50. And that just doesn't on that skill. But it might on Ball of Lightning. Well, that's running on damage per use, but it will cast faster. On both of them, in fact. So yeah, I think I'll run with that for now and see how that works. And then I think I need to put that on to sort out my resistances. Yeah, that balances them a lot more, but it's not perfect. Riley, that's not good. In fact, that's awful. And he deleted it. Great. I thought I had a unique scepter somewhere. I can't remember where though. What's Discord notifying me for? Never mind. That's a thing I'm not paying attention to anyway. Now, is that gonna... My only problem is that's giving fire damage, fire penetration, and life hit for attacks. An armor piece called Belly of the Beast. I haven't. I've seen what it is. That's the it's evasion and armor, and it just has like a massive health pool, doesn't it? I can check that right now. That's bad. That'd actually be pretty good. However, I wouldn't get the right slots on it, I think. That would also be really good. Just for that fire resistance, I could take off those rings. I won't worry about the chest until I get a 5 link, I think. 40% health. Wow. I'm still going to have to look it up just to see the other stuff. You just search Belly and it's the first one that comes up. Found one last night on Xbox, Hardcore Abyss. Wonder what I should price it at. Well, I can tell you. On PoE.trade it's going for around 16 Chaos Orbs minimum. But yeah, that is... This one's got 30% increased maximum life, so that's variable. And it also adds extra gore, that's nice. Yeah, 800 armor, and that's a lot of stuff. It looks like you got pretty good rolls for it as well, because those ones I was looking at there didn't have anywhere near. Yeah, I think you've got a really good roll on that. Which means you could probably charge a bit more for it, I think. Shocks. I don't know what you mean by that, but I don't think it's good. Clunk, what are you tagging me in? You're not. It was Riley. Okay. It came up that Clink had done something on Discord, but it was just Riley. Okay. Oh, gotta reactivate my main skill. Just started clubbing them over the head. I'm not going to worry about full clearing a lot of these maps at this point. I save that mostly for endgame, so I'll just follow the road here. We need 4 dislikes. No, we don't. That negatively impacts my channel. And I know it's a joke. Offers rage from 60 plus chaos and 35 gem cutter prisms. 60 plus chaos is a lot. I don't know if the economy is like slightly different on the Xbox version, but at the moment I think what is it? It's like 90 chaos orbs for an exalted orb. And exalted orbs are like the big currency, so I think you're probably better off asking someone that's like better versed in the Xbox economy, because I'm pretty sure the site I use does just go off the PC economy. And I think if there's less people playing on the Xbox version, there'll be less uniques dropping, which means that everything will be worth more because there's more demand. Yeah, lower player base, yep. And oh yeah, and in hardcore. I forgot to take that into account. Belly of the Beast with that huge health pool increase is really gonna help on hardcore players. The other thing, of course, is that the hardcore league, if you die you lose those items, don't you? They get transferred to the standard league if you've got them equipped. So that means there'd be less going around just off that. Okay Riley, I'll see you when you get back, I guess. Even though I thought you were already leaving. Adding these 2 extra support gems has kind of messed up my mana regen. Probably the faster casting isn't helping with that either. So I'll need to sort that out, I guess. Is there a thing I can get anywhere that will give me... Not at the moment, it looks like. I think I just need to get more equipment with high mana regen on it. Because right now I think I've got an amulet that's giving me like, in total, like 90% increased mana regen. And that's been saving this build for me, yeah, look. In fact, that's like 110% increased mana regeneration. And I'm still running out of mana on this main skill, which means I probably need more from somewhere. Or just a better base mana regen. My chat is definitely slightly bugged because some of these aren't coming through. As in, like, I'm switching between tabs and some are appearing on one. Mana on hit or kill. That's an interesting idea because I am killing things pretty quick. I feel like the only problem would be like boss fights. Keeping up mana regen on boss fights would make that a bit difficult. I could go back to town and deliver that quickly. There's a waypoint here, so I'll just get to that. But yeah, for clearing out clouds, mana on hit and kill would definitely work. The problem would just be finding that at the moment. In fact, does it have anything? No, nothing like that. On hit would be ideal, or mana leech. Yeah, definitely. On a scale of 1 to 10, do you think Clink is going to stream Fallout? Definitely. Whether she streams it in our lifetimes is a different point. Yeah, the other thing that would work pretty well is if I could get mana regen in hard figures instead of percentages, because that would mean that the percentages have more to work on. I need to slow down. I'm talking, I'm messing up a lot of words there. There we go. The other thing, of course, is I could switch. I do have that hybrid flask. I should probably be using that a bit more. And I could go back to a what's the word? Mana flask. I forgot the word mana. Who does that? Scale of 1 to 10. How much years do you think it's going to take for me to get good internet? Yeah, 1 to 10 years. I'd say 10. Basalt flask. I like those. Right, okay, I'll swap that out for that one, because I don't think that increased damage. Incorporate a curse into a build. There's one that adds mana health leech on it. Oh, there is something else I could do, of course, which is I could go back to using clarity. That would boost mana regen a lot. Thing is, I think I've already got one curse going off, which is conductivity. Shucks, I'm not getting an Xbox. I have a Switch, Riley, come on. Keep up. There it is. Right, does this guy sell the... No, he doesn't. Who sells gems here? Hi, Count. You're back. I guess you left. I wouldn't know.
This old mine shall remember.
Who sells all the gems here? It's not you. You sell
Very
items.
Remember to live.
I think I've got to go back to Act 6 to get the gem vendor. Having a sandwich at the same time, so expect me to lurk a bit. That's fine. Chat's been pretty active today, even without a lot of people in it. Even had my friend James join earlier, that was fun. Livened up immediately.
Clearly the old grind king.
Right, so clarity, which I know is on this page. The only problem is that reserves more mana. And I have no slots for it, so I'm going to have to use a chromatic orb. Good. I think... Did I get a gem somewhere? Oh, I got a generosity gem. But that's useless for a solo character, so I can't use it really. I'm pretty sure that's like one of 3 gems that don't... you can't buy them, I think. I think they're drop only. Anyway, I'm going to swap out faster casting for innovate, just because that might help with the mana issue. This tab page is a mess. I don't know why I haven't done anything about it, but I think again it's just mainly not having enough room. Shocks. Every time you come into this stream you start talking about sexuality and it's just... I don't get it, really. That's actually helping a bit. Even though I've got less mana to work with, the mana regen is offsetting that. I feel like I could have like very little mana, but as long as the mana regen is really high and I've got enough mana unreserved to cast my main skill, that would still probably work. Tell Shocks that one. Riley is the kind of person that brought it up. Yeah, well, Riley hasn't been the one talking about it every time. Wow, how do I make it out? Steam is trying to say, why not you just talk about how Clint should give Riley a shiny Lugia? Clint, you should give away all your Pokemon community giveaway. Oh, that would be nice if it was armor and energy shield. And I could 5-link it. Whatever. Just told she gives giveaways back then. That's the wrong one. I keep hitting the Atlas button. Right, I want to go down there that first. I did do Pokemon giveaways 5 years ago. Brilliant. Hey, Val area. Can I upgrade these to rare? I guess there's only one way to find out, isn't there? And that's if I have a Regal Orb, which I don't think I do. I might have used my last one. Damn it. Alright, the other thing, can I scour it and then upgrade it to rare? Because that would be brilliant. That didn't work. Worth a try though, at least I know. I mean, now everyone in the stream knows too, so that was good. Oh, I can't wait for these movement speed boosts, it's going to speed this up so much. I mean, obviously, it's movement speed. That's pretty good. Increases all elemental resistances. Oh, that's so close to being enough mana regeneration. This Val boss is a pain. Apparently not for this character though. And I think that's enough Val gems to get a Val orb as well. Because I don't use Val gems in my builds for some reason. I know they can be very powerful when used right, but I usually don't use them right. Do you have any gear that you can craft extra mana onto? I could do that with most of my gear, I think. It's just because I'm only... like, I'm not into the end game yet, I'm only on Act 7. It could be a waste of resources, but then I might get those back by the time I need to enchant another one, I don't know. Might just be worth doing. And then I need one of these. I'll take that.
Greetings.
And I can get a Val orb, because I need more of those.
Go with courage.
What is it, Shocks? Am I gonna regret asking you that?
Greetings. Till next time, shall we keep, Savior?
Alright, I'll go to my hideout and see what I can craft. Is Shock's gonna say something, or was he just saying my name? I'd have to do it on a ring. It'd be this ring, because everything else I've put a mod onto already. That's blocking me from doing it. Otherwise I definitely would. Should see if I've got any rings I can put that on. Like maybe that one. I don't think it'll let me though. No, it's also got a suffix mod. There's also that one I could try. I can do it on that one. It just might mess up my resistances slightly. However, that's quite a lot of energy shield and life as well, so 26% increased mana regen. That's nice. I've got to check my defenses, see which one does better here. It's going to be that one, isn't it? Only problem is that my lightning resist and fire resist completely shot. Right, how can I fix that? I need something that has like all resistances on it, like that. That has all resistances. Was that the one I just put away? You can use resistance when you can zap everything. If only. Unfortunately, going into a boss fight with that attitude is gonna get me killed pretty quick. Right, here's what I'm gonna do actually. Not that, that was the wrong one. Oh, that's physical attack damage. Cold damage to attacks. Guy one-shots the Shaper. Wow, that is... That looks better. And then I can put fire resist on that, I think. That's the wrong place to do it. Ah, I can't put fire resist on it. I should put armor and energy shield on it then, I guess. I'll have to sort out my resistances when I get some new gear, I guess. For now, I'll just see how long I can survive with this. Clink, definitely go look at that video that Shocks put in, or Attitude put in Discord, whichever one. Because he's got a really powerful shotgun. Makes his game lag so much. It's that powerful, breaks the fourth wall. It's a Fallout 4 video that Shocks put on Twitter. As I said, his gun's so powerful it breaks the fourth wall and impacts his game. Oh Jesus, someone's blasting something in my house. That's very loud. I don't know if it's being picked up. Hopefully not. Oh, that mana regen is so close. Who's doing that? Is there an enemy around here doing that? Oh, they're traps. Some people are insanely lucky. I know that feeling. What's Shocks' Twitter banner? Is it bad?
When I was part of Piety's, keep your life to your own.
Instead of mana regen, maybe it would be better to get more base mana total, then you have more overall to work with. Yes. That is a good point. Especially because clarity doesn't take a percentage. It takes a hard number. So if I have more mana, then yeah, that would mean I can level it up more without missing anything. Right, Shocks, I'm looking at your Twitter banner, because apparently it's good. Oh. I know what that is. In fact, Clink, I made that image. You could have just hinted at what it was and I'd know what it was. Shots, I'm not surprised you forget, because generally you don't spend much time looking at your own Twitter banner, because you don't really spend a lot of time on your profile in my experience. Riley's seen it. He knows. Everyone from the Discord knows. Put what on your social media for a day? Have I missed a step? Oh, as in, like, what's being said in your banner, because that'd be funny, I think.
Over here, Exile. I have a certain pack.
Oh, just the image. I was thinking, like, do you mean like your Facebook and stuff? Because anyone on your Facebook wouldn't know where it's from. Shucks, you'd need to get something in return though. If you actually kept it up for a day, we couldn't just say, yeah, go do that, it'd be funny. You'd have to get like a reward for doing it. And sticking with it. Probably be questioned by the school. Yeah, it was always funny when I was in secondary school. And something would happen on social media, and you could guarantee that the next week one of the teachers would be giving an assembly about it, saying, this isn't okay, social media is a worldwide thing, anyone can see what you're posting on there. Wow. People are liars. Wait, is that a lie, or did you actually do that and someone just told on you? Because if you actually did that, that's also quite funny. Did it as a joke, someone told you to do it, right? And the school didn't believe you? Oh, what a surprise. Nothing's ever a joke at school, is it? School is the one place where you mean 100% of things you say. And nothing can be taken with a pinch of salt. It's the map device. I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? I need to go down that way to find his map. The school almost got the police involved. Jesus Christ. We only ever had the police come in as a precaution. Saying, like, don't do this, otherwise we will have to come after you. And everyone was just kind of like, how are you gonna know? Because genuinely, how are they gonna know? Unless someone actually goes and reports it to the police, in which case, it's not a joke anymore, is it? I think the police did get involved with something that happened. Wow. Clink, you're unlucky. At my secondary school, we actually had someone got loads of nudes leaked around. Everyone had like copies of them saved on their phones. And I don't think the police even got involved then, which I found quite surprising. In fact, even when people were found dealing weed at my secondary school, the police didn't get involved. And and that's why I need resistances. Wait a minute, this is a special kind of enemy. Where did these come from? Ow, 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 ow. What is secondary school again? I can't tell if that's got to be a joke, right? Why is that put ball lightning there? That's not what I want. I want my auras. This girl and that boy who stinks, they sent nudes to each other. I've never understood like why people send nudes. It's just, it seems pointless. That could just be because I've never received any. Anyway, these guys freezing, that's making this tough. Elementary, middle and high school, right, I think... Oh, are you in America? Because, I'm not quite... Yeah, American, I'm not quite sure how that translates. I think it's probably... Like, we have primary school, which is probably like elementary and middle, and then secondary school is probably middle and high school. We only split it into two really, and then we have university and college after that. I know that university here is basically the equivalent of American college. That's about it. I'm not sure how anything else translates. My mana regen is close to being sorted. Hey Shocks, what do you mean you didn't need to know that? About the people dealing weed, or...? I think they were stupid for dealing weed in a school anyway. Like, you're gonna get caught doing that. And they did, just to prove my point. Riley, when you say it doesn't matter, that means you don't want to repeat it. I'd really like to get a 5-link around now, just so I can keep the defences on my main armour. Hey, it's Elrion. Elrion sounds like an elf name. It makes no sense if he's human. Unless he is an elf and I'm just blind. Oh god, why do people play things so loud? Like echoing through my floorboards. Is that coming through on stream? I can check. Of course, as I go to check, it stops. A lot of experience with crafting. I got about 80 chance orbs, burning a hole in my stash. I've tried crafting by chance. It's never worked for me. I only ever get rare stuff from it. I'm gonna open up Path of Building quickly and check my where I need to go on this tree next. Who keeps tagging me on the Discord server? But yeah, basically because... Oh, it's Shocks, okay. Yeah, there are certain items that are good for crafting by chance. Purely because they're the same base as unique. I'm gonna go with that. Just the armor and strength for now. But yeah, basically, they share a base with a unique, and that means that you can actually chance it up to a good item. However, a lot of them you'll only ever get a rare out of because they don't share a base with a unique item. Or gold amulets. Yeah, gold amulets, definitely a good thing to try chance crafting on. And I think gold rings, you can also get a good gold ring out of that gives you like a higher chance to get high quality items. I know that if you, I think is it dragon scale or worm scale, you can chance that up to a belly of the beast, which is obviously really good. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot of them because the loot filter I use will outline them in green if they're good for chance crafting, so I don't really have to learn them. I think it only shows ones that are good for chance crafting though if I set it down to semi-strict, which I should have on this character really. Loot filter on console is crap. I thought unless you're talking about the default one, I thought they started using the NeverSync loot filter on Xbox, which is the one I'm using at the moment. Where's my loot filter? There it is. Yeah, I want to set that down to semi-strict while I'm leveling, I think. I only have it on strict for the end game mapping, just so that I can clear them quicker. Anyway, I've been going over 3 hours now, which is usually when I stop. So which outline if the one for chancing? If you've got the same loot filter that I do, it'll be a green outline. I don't think it does that if you've not got a loot filter installed though. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to finish up this quest. Get the, is it Malagara's map I'm getting here? I think so. And then I'll be off because it's almost 10 o'clock where I am. The one on console looks exactly like that one, fair enough. Then yeah, it will be green borders for chance crafting. Hopefully you also know about the do you know about the chromatic orb vendor recipe? Because that's quite a useful one to have as well. Basically just if it's 3 different coloured sockets linked together, you get a chance orb for selling that item, no matter what rarity it is. Yeah, I think the only exception to that is if it's like a unique item, then you'll just get the regular stuff for unique vendor. Essences are always nice. Know any flask recipes? The only one I know is that if you trade flasks of like 40% quality or more, then you get the glass blowers bauble. I don't know if there's a way to like get specific flasks from trading. Knowing this game, there probably is. The other one, I completely forgot about this until the other day as well, is trading a map and a 20% quality hammer to get a cartographer's chisel. That would have been so useful to remember, because I've been running low on cartographer's chisels for like my whole end game on my other character. I feel like there's an argument going on in chat. I've never made it to maps yet. You gotta be Act 10 to get to maps, and even then it just gets harder from there. It's gotta be like near impossible for most people to do in hardcore. As I said, I haven't even had a hardcore character leave Act 1 yet. Hey, I remember this place. Hey, Shocks, don't call people babies. I'm kidding, I know it's a joke. Steam thinks I'm bad at Halo. No, I think you're bad at English. Got my archer chip right now. Level 46 in Act 4. Yeah, it's only because I haven't played hardcore that much. I usually just play the standard. Like whatever the league is at the moment, I'll just do standard in there. So I haven't put enough time into hardcore to get any further than that. If I played hardcore non-stop, I'd probably at least get up to Act 5. And then do the same as you and die to innocence. Because even on this character, I think I got innocence down to like maybe 2% of his health full. And then he killed me, and I was so gutted. Yeah, I might maybe stream tomorrow and carry on with my hardcore build. That'd probably... I mean, it might... Yeah, Culling Strike. I used that a lot on my first one. I haven't got it on any of my current builds though. Because a lot of the time it... I don't know, it seems better to have the... like more guaranteed damage output. Instead of having like a slower damage output and then killing off the last 10%. Like I think if you get the right gems together, you don't need to take out that 10% in one hit because you'll do it just as quick anyway. Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually. Put it on just bosses. Anyway, Count said stream at like 6, basically like what I've been doing at the moment, right? I would have missed that Varl orb if I hadn't heard it drop. Everyone else thinking how they haven't fallen asleep. I usually don't sleep until 1 in the morning, and it's not good for me because I wake up too late. Oh, you've only slept for 3 hours, wow. Clink, when I was in primary school, I used to fall asleep in almost every lesson. Only 3:30 where you are. It's awesome that it can be like different times everywhere. There was someone I used to follow on Twitter where it was like every morning I'd wake up and they'd tweeted "Good night, everyone." It's just like, wow, that's amazing. Obviously, I was a lot younger and stupider then. That's not 3:30. 15. It's like almost 10. I'm getting tired. Don't criticize me. I got the general time right, didn't I? No, 10 to 4 then. Close enough. That's like what I'd round it to. I can upgrade that one and then that one and get a really good one. Oh, that does critical strike chance. That'd be good on my Frostblade.
I imagine it was no easy.
Cool, just sell these. Wait, actually, do I want that? Yes, I do.
Keep your life to your own.
Shocks, I'm not dumb. I am very intellectual.
Hello. Journey well.
Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, I'm losing focus, so it's good that I was planning to come off now. Because that's like... Is that 3.5 hours? I can check that. No, this says it's not even 3 hours yet. Is that just because it hasn't updated properly? Anyway, either way, I'm logging off now. But as usual, it's been fun talking to everyone. And yeah, thanks for watching me. Before I go, yeah. I'll wait. Stop making it sound sad we can talk on Discord. Yeah, not everyone is talking on Discord. Make sure you set up some form of donation thing. I will look into it. For tomorrow or next week. At the rate I've got to do things, it'll probably be for next week. But I will definitely look into it. As I said, I haven't looked into it until now because no one's even like mentioned doing anything like that. But yeah, everyone in the Discord, I'll be hanging around in there like usual. Support some extras tabs. Thanks, I appreciate it. But yeah, I know Riley, Shocks, Count, and Clink are all in Discord, so I'll talk to you guys for like another couple of hours before I go to sleep. Now I really am logging off now, if no one else has anything to say. But yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.